Let's play it with the AR. So, boom, we'll drop that in. And that's what's great about this. Whilst you won't be getting as much bleed tickage, it still keeps it really snappy and quick. This Vex build is an absolute monster to play. It melts through packs of enemies, shreds elites, and even crushes bosses with insane single target damage. It'll carry you through the campaign with ease and sets you up for a dominating start to the endgame. It's smooth, powerful, and flexible, working with a wide variety of weapons, so you're never stuck in one playstyle. And as you gear up, the scaling goes through the roof, unlocking crazy synergies that make it even more fun the deeper you go. For the build itself, we're focusing solely on the green tree. Nice and simple. Vexgalation is the name of the tree. Incarnate is our action skill, and it is going to be pivotal to how we play. The build itself is very straightforward. We're focusing on 3 key things here: kinetic damage, applying bleeds, and using lifesteal, all as a nice trifecta, which makes this thing blow up everything. So, first up, leeching attunement. So, when Vex is attuned to kinetic, which she will be all the time because all our weapons are going to be kinetic and Jakobs if possible, folks, she gains lifesteal, increased reload speed. She gets 10% lifesteal, 25% reload speed, which is absolutely fantastic. This synergizes brilliantly with Bloodletter. We get gun and skill critical hits having a chance to apply bleed, causing kinetic status damage effect over time. 50% chance for this to happen, does 30% of the gun damage per second, and this is where I want to speak a little bit about how important that is. The bigger the hit, the more the bleed. So, straight away, hard-hitting sniper rifles, hard-hitting shotguns, hard-hitting revolvers, anything like that is going to get you the biggest bleed ticks possible. This is a really, really solid way to play, particularly when you're trying to learn the ropes of the game and you may be getting clapped a little bit. You can stay back, put headshots in with snipers, and just watch them fold, and I'll show you later in the video some of the playstyle choices here and how strong this can actually be. Moving on to 5 points in material components, this means that Vex gained 35% increased kinetic damage and 20% increased status effect damage, so this just synergizes with these other 2 skills really well. And this kind of opens up a point. Just because I've said hard hitting, lots of bleed, doesn't mean that you can't try and play other stuff. This works so well with ARs and SMGs, and that's why I've loved leveling with this class and this build type. There hasn't been a moment where I've been forced into anything. It's actually been really eye-opening to learn what situations work best with which weapon, and this is a really flexible build for that, and you'll see that later in the video and perhaps the footage that I'm overlaying here. When you're leveling, the first augment I would use would be Energy Vampire. This means Vex deals status damage over time to nearby enemies, and you gain an overshield. You get these little purple beams that come out of you, all the enemies around you, so that's really nice, and it just works really effectively in the early game. It's whenever you pop Incarnate, so you want to be getting in there and doing the work. Next, we're going to put 5 points in Grave Vitality. That is a kill skill, so it only works when you kill something. This gives you a increase to your maximum health capacity and health regeneration. This is really important for the build, folks. When we've got this maxed out, we get 50% increased life when we've got 10 stacks of this, and we also get 5% health regen. The reason why this is so important is our friend here, Heart Piercer, our capstone of choice for this build. Now, what this does is when you use Incarnate, you basically have no cooldown on your F ability. You can spam it continuously with the caveat that every time you use it, it costs 20% of your current life, which does sound pretty scary, but we offset that, okay? That is why we want more health, a bigger health pool, and why we also want that health regen. But it doesn't stop there, folks, because we are also going to have 5 points in Essence Leech, which gives us 10% lifesteal, which doubles, yes, doubles, to 20% lifesteal when we've got Heart Piercer up. And if you remember, Leeching Attunement also gives us 10% lifesteal when we are attuned to Kinetic, which we will be all the time. So that's 30% lifesteal, which is really nice. And then on top of that, we get bonus damage when our health pool is full using Blood is Power of 300% of our lifesteal on top as kinetic damage. So we need full health, we need lots of life leech to keep the health full, and we need a big pool because we are using a skill a lot that sacrifices our health. So that is why it's quite neatly balanced, but it works incredibly well, folks. Now, we do have a little bit of a conundrum to solve. There is an argument to say that Grave Harvest is probably the best choice of augment to use. It's a kill skill. When we are in Incarnate mode with our wings, if we kill an enemy, we'll get a soul orb that deals effect damage and also increases the duration of our special ability form by 20% each one we pick up. So you can keep this up almost indefinitely. It also restores 35% of our health, and you can also detonate it if you want to. I don't really do that much, but you can probably see where I'm going with this. If we have this up, we are constantly able to refresh our health. We're constantly able to keep the form up. And because we're using Heart Piercer, you can essentially just spam the F button and weave in shotgun shots, sniper shots, AR shots, whatever it is, to put some serious damage numbers out. Really, really fun to play like this. You can play with Witchy trigger finger, and I was doing this quite a lot in the campaign because it just didn't feel like I needed much survivability because of how quickly we were blowing through stuff. The bonus of this one is that you get 15% extra gun damage per stack with a max of 3 stacks. You get your ammo back when you fire your Eldritch Blast as well. So if you're using an AR and you're down to like five bullets in your mag, you fire the Eldritch Blast and it automatically reloads for you, so you can keep your damage uptime really nicely. And you get the stacks of damage up to 3 stacks by just using it. So using it 3 times, you get 45% increased damage, which is a really nice flat number to have on your gun damage. For me personally, Witchy trigger finger was absolutely fine leveling up. I did most of the campaign like this, but if you're finding that you're not surviving, then Grave Harvest is a really good choice here, and it also is much more effective at the moment for me personally in the end game as well. If you're enjoying the video and finding it useful, make sure you slap that like button and sub to the channel to keep informed. I'll be updating this build along with other Borderlands 4 content along the way. Now, in terms of the weapons, I'm going to keep this very simple. I just ensured at all times I had a solid single shot or double barreled shotgun, preferably Jakobs, a bolt action style sniper with no charge up, Jakobs again with a very high base damage. Look at the kinetic damage is 942 there, and also either an AR or also an SMG. All Jakobs. Ignore the legendary I've got on the screen at the moment. I didn't use that when I was doing the playthrough. In terms of other things, the grenade slot, I've had a level 20 throwing knife for absolutely ages. The singularity pulls enemies in, and that's just really nice for CC. And I upgrade my healing gadget as and when it looks like it's doing me a favor and increasing. I went for a really high capacity shield to protect the life bar as much as possible. I recommend you do the same. In terms of the enhancement, I have got a legendary on here, but all I'll say is just get a Jakobs one and don't worry too much about anything to do with stats. Obviously, if you can get sniper damage or SMG damage or shotgun damage, great. Don't worry about it too much. And also, in terms of the class mods, I just got one that gave me a little bit of extra damage across the board on the passives. As you can see, I'm getting some blue passives there and some pistol damage. It honestly doesn't matter that much. This is not min-maxed, and I can't stress that enough. Let's play it with the AR. So, boom, we'll drop that in. And that's what's great about this. Whilst you won't be getting as much bleed tickage, it still keeps it really snappy and quick. Just keeping everything up. And this is all relative. When you're leveling, you just need to find yourself a decent AR, Jakobs if possible. Keep our heals up. Look at this, man. We're getting so many procs. That hurt. Take out the bulkhead. There we go. It's just fun. It just feels really snappy. It's actually performing better than I thought it would. And this makes me wonder, you know, is it worth, as we progress with this build, actually leaning away from bleed and using something like the SMGs or the ARs and leaning more into crit damage in the build? Getting more kill skills. We're still up. Let's go. Are there any more? Can we make it? Yes, we can. Boom. Look at that, man. This is sick. This was supposed to be a full shotgun and sniper video, but this is actually showing you why this is such a good starter build. It's so flexible for anybody that's learning the game or just wants to have a bit of fun. This is the way. Nah, we've run out now. That's a shame. So we're going to do this area with itchy trigger finger, or rather witchy trigger finger, just so you can see the difference again. It's not going to be up as long, but the damage and the constant reloads are going to be insane. So it's really a matter of taste. I've found I'm using the grave one for the survivability more now that I'm in the end game. But when you're leveling, you don't really need that. So that's probably the choice you'd make, but it's over already. See what I mean? So it does feel better with grave, I would say. Okay, so I'm just going to play this methodically for you as I would when I was leveling through the campaign and just show you how ridiculously strong this is. Like, check out the bleed damage this does to people. It's absolutely nuts, and I'm not even using my ult yet. I'm just being really methodical. This is a level 29 sniper rifle. These enemies are 33, 20, 31, that kind of level. That just died from bleed. That died from bleed in a one shot. Try again. He's going somewhere. Boom, see you later. This guy. Oh, specialization upgrade. Shoot from the hips as well, if you prefer to be a bit quicker. Oh, look at that. Look at the bleed damage. Absolutely wild. I'm not even using the ult yet. But with that in mind, let's stick a shotgun on. But again, this is a shotgun now. And we're just playing it a little bit more aggressively. Again, you need a high damaging kinetic shotgun that's single shot preferably. So we're going to go in. We're going to do this. There's one. He's taking quite a few hits. Another. Oh, the rest of them. Pick up the orbs. Keep an eye on the things. Look down at the bottom of the screen now. We're managing to get our thing topped off. Let's push this. Grab it. Grab it. Grab it. Grab it, keeping it up. Just really consistently. We might lose it. Grab it. Oh, we're keeping it up. That's nice. Grab it. Keep it going. And that's just with the shotgun and the rifle. If you wanted to, you'd play it with this. The Jakobs AR. And I mean, look, that shreds as well. And that's without. check out this next video. It's got you covered. Take care of yourselves, keep having fun, come check out a stream on YouTube or Twitch, and I'll see you in the next one.